What a beautiful day it is today in Central Florida. We got our first little cool front, and I'll tell you, it feels like fall out here. Feels really good. Today's topic of discussion is actually going to be on lure colors. Do you really need 75 different lure colors? Or are we overcomplicating something so simple? My name is Captain Joshua Taylor. Today we're going to be discussing the essentially 5 or 6 colors that you only need in your tackle box to catch a lot of fish. It's gonna be a good time, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't have the bell notification turned on, make sure you do so. If you like boating and outdoor content, fishing, you're gonna see a lot of it on this channel, so I appreciate the subscription. Let's jump in and talk a little bit more about colors. Hey, before I jump into my take on colors and which colors you need in your tackle box, let me know below. What are your favorite go-to colors? What works for you? And without further ado, let's get into what works for me. In clear water, you want to think of natural colors. So Tampa Bay gets some really clear flats, especially around, like, say, the mouth of Egmont, things like that, near the beaches, and get some really clear water, especially in the winter time. And on a good tide, the white pearl combination with the white and chartreuse are really effective. And really the reason being is because the majority of what fish are chasing on those flats typically is like a pilchard. What color are pilchards? Well, they're like a white silver with a green back. So chartreuse with the green back and the white underbelly mimics that baitfish very naturally. Obviously another solid choice would be silver, or a natural greenback, which imitates the mullet and the sardines and the pilchards. So in clear water and gin clear water, they get super picky, but you want to be as natural as possible when they can see and visibility is 100%. So I'm typically going to choose, most of the time, just your basic white lure, and that's going to work for all of your needs. Now in stained or murky water, like you see around me here, the river water is always tannic. And in the Tampa Bay in the summertime, we get a lot of runoff, which really murks up the water. What you need is visibility. And in order to cut through that visibility, what I recommend is using like a chartreuse lure. That chartreuse lure is really going to stand out. It's going to allow the fish to find it. Obviously, they hone in with their lateral lines on vibrations. So in tannic water, I also recommend that you use something with a little vibration. But the green or the chartreuse really works. Another great option is the gold spoon. And the gold is another killer color, especially because it gives off a flash that looks like mullet scales, and redfish in particular can't resist a gold spoon fluttering over the flats. And don't forget pink. Pink is another great option. Obviously, a shrimp imitation are always on the menu. Every fish in the ocean eats shrimp, guys, and pink gets the attention even when the water isn't crystal clear. So chartreuse, pink, gold spoon are great go-to colors, and that's all that you really need in tannic water. Now, for the other color, you have low light conditions. What do I mean? Early morning, late evening, and nighttime. Now, you might think, you know, from a common sense standpoint, that you may want to go with a brighter color. But truth be told, when you start getting into lower light conditions, what you need is contrast. And that contrast typically will be purple or black or very dark colors. And low light and nighttime are when contrast beats flash. A black or dark purple lure creates a sharp silhouette against the lighter sky, making it easier for fish to track it. Now, if you're under dock lights or at dawn and dusk, the strong outline is what helps them strike the lure or find the lure. It's that profile with the darker color. Snook in particular love black topwater plugs, and they work along seawalls or mangroves when light's low. So that's when I like to throw the purple or the dark blacks. They work really well at nighttime. So there's really just one rule of thumb that you want to follow, and it's fairly simple. Clear water equals natural, so white, silver, green. Murky water is bright colors, chartreuse, gold, pink. And in low light, dark contrast, black, purple, and all of your darker colors. So that's really what you want to go for when you're shooting for your colors in your box. So let's recap. Chartreuse, white, pink, purple, black, and then of a gold spoon, something with flash. That is all you technically need in your tackle box to catch any fish in Tampa Bay. And really what you got to look at is just the bait. So what colors for what time of year, if we're taking out the water out of the equation, like the color of the water, just look at what you see on the flat. In the summertime, you don't see, or in the wintertime, you don't see pilchards on the flat at all. What do you see? You see pinfish. So throw a silver colored bait or a white colored bait that mimics a pinfish. And I think that's all you really need, guys. You don't need all these crazy blues and these, I mean, there's only a few basic colors and they're gonna catch the majority of the fish. All the other colors catch fishermen. And they get you to spend that loot, which is smart. It's marketing, it's advertising, they look cool, and we think they're gonna work, but in reality, just the simple things. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe like I said before. New feature down below next to the comments, it's a height feature. I guess it puts you on some type of leaderboard. So if you found this video helpful, hit that height button, boost me up on that leaderboard so I can get a few more views and help a few more people like yourself. Hey guys, until next time, I'll see you on the water.